Hello and welcome to Slow Spoken English. My name is Diana.
And I'm Richard. It's great to have you with us today.
We're here to help you learn conversational English by listening to natural, everyday conversations. We speak slowly and clearly so you can follow along.
Today, we're going to talk about our day. Just a normal, typical day. We'll talk about what we do from morning until night. This is our advanced English learning lesson, so we will add a few things in here today that you may not have heard of before. We hope it will inspire you to keep listening and learning more than ever before.
And a quick reminder, if you find our podcast helpful, please take a moment to hit the subscribe button. It helps our community grow and ensures you never miss an episode.
So, Diana, let's start with this morning. How did your day begin?
Well, my day started pretty early. I woke up around 6 o'clock. I like to get up before the sun rises. I went to the kitchen, had a big glass of water, and then did some light exercise. For breakfast, I had my usual, a bowl of oats with some fresh berries and a drizzle of honey.
That sounds very healthy. My morning was a little slower. My alarm went off at 6:30 a.m. I'm not a morning person, so I hit the snooze button once. Then, I finally got out of bed, went to the bathroom to brush my teeth, and got ready. For breakfast, I had my usual, 2 slices of toast with a bit of jam and a banana.
See, I can't start my day without a good breakfast. It gives me the energy I need, especially since I have to drive to work. My commute can be quite long with the city traffic. Plus, I find I need to concentrate a lot so I don't have an accident. Sydney traffic can be quite congested.
I'm lucky I don't have to worry about traffic. As you know, I take the train to work. It's usually a relaxing journey where I can read or listen to music. I have been known to have a little sleep on the way to work. Let's pause for a moment for a quick comprehension check. Question 1. What does Diana have for breakfast? She has oats with berries and honey. Question 2. What time did my alarm go off? It went off at 6:30 a.m. Question 3. How do I get to work? I take the train, and often I have a little sleep. I've never missed my station yet, though.
So after our commutes, we get to work. I'm an accountant, so my day was filled with spreadsheets and meetings. I dashed out quickly for a bite to eat in my lunch break. It was a very busy day. How about you, Richard?
My day was busy too. As an ecologist, I spent most of my day analysing soil samples in the lab. I only had time for a quick lunch in the office staff room. But the most unusual thing happened on my train ride home.
Oh, what was it?
The strangest thing happened. I saw a man get on the train with a large, colourful parrot sitting on his shoulder. The parrot was completely calm, just looking around at everyone. It was very unexpected. I think everyone else on the train was as surprised as I was. It's not the sort of thing you see every day.
Wow, a parrot on a train. You think that's strange? I was driving home, and I had to stop my car for a family of ducks. A mother duck and 5 little ducklings were slowly crossing the road right in front of me. I was worried they might get hurt, but they made it to the other side safely.
A parrot and a family of ducks. It seems the animals of Sydney were very active today.
It seems so. Now let's do another comprehension check. Question 4. What is my job? I am an accountant. Question 5. What unusual animal did Richard see on the train? He saw a parrot. Question 6. Why did I have to stop my car on the way home? I had to stop for a family of ducks crossing the road.
So, after our eventful journeys home, what did you do this evening, Diana?
When I got home, I was quite tired. I cooked a simple dinner of stir-fried vegetables and rice. After that, I relaxed on the sofa and watched a bit of television before getting ready for bed.
That sounds nice and relaxing. I cooked dinner as well. I made some pasta with a tomato sauce. After dinner, I read a book for about an hour. I find it helps me to wind down after a long day. Then, I brushed my teeth and went to bed around 10:30 p.m.
It's important to have a good evening routine to prepare for the next day. I find I am less rushed and stressed in the morning if I have prepared the things I need the night before.
I agree completely. Okay, one final comprehension check for our listeners. Question 7. What did Diana cook for dinner? She cooked stir-fried vegetables and rice. I think Diana needs to invite me around for dinner soon, as that sounds delicious. Question 8. What did I do to relax before bed? I read a book. Question 9. What time did I go to bed? I went to bed around 10:30 p.m.
Now, before we finish, let's review a few useful words and phrases from our chat. This is our vocabulary recap.
First, we used the phrase, a morning person. A morning person is someone who enjoys waking up early and feels energetic in the morning. For example, I said, I'm not a morning person. Diana is the morning person.
Next is hit the snooze button. This means to press the button on your alarm clock to get a few more minutes of sleep. Richard hit the snooze button this morning. In fact, I suspect he hits the snooze button a lot.
Ouch, Diana. We also used the word commute. Your commute is your journey to and from work. Diana's commute is by car and my commute is by train.
Another useful phrase is the strangest thing. You use this to introduce a story about a very unusual or surprising event. Richard used it to talk about the parrot he saw.
And finally, the phrase to wind down. This means to relax after a period of activity. I read a book to wind down before going to sleep. You could also meditate before sleeping as another method of winding down.
We hope that recap was helpful. Perhaps you could let us know what some of your typical daily routines are. Please feel free to leave them in the comments. As our listeners are from all around the world, it can be interesting to others what you do and what part of the world you come from. And that's all we have time for today. We hope you enjoyed our chat about a typical day in Sydney, Australia.
Remember, the best way to improve is to practice. Listen to this episode a few times to get comfortable with the words and phrases we used. Repetition is a great way to build your confidence. You can practice some of the phrases we used as part of your daily routine.
If you found this episode helpful, please leave us a like and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss our next one. Thank you so much for listening.
We'll see you next time on Slow Spoken English. Cheers for now.